Boom. Like that. You like that. You like that. Pagoda. We're gonna play a game. We might have a long stream, but we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play What Remains of Edith Finch. It was given for free on Epic Store, but hey, I didn't have to pay for it, and it looks great. I always wanted to play. So let's do it. We don't have to. You know. What's this? Fucking music. It's pleasant enough. Let's slow it up. Let's slow it a little bit. Oh.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Wow. It's definitely pretty. So when I go to run, I zoom in. Let's see what the controller looks like. Let's see. Oh god. No run button?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
This is so pretty. So yeah, we're taking a step back from all the action, all the horror and gore and everything that I normally play. Wow. Look at the glare of the leaves. It's so amazing. 57 to 60 frames per second. Oh.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay, fine, I'm done. Oh, this looks...
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, wow. I love the narrative. It's being incorporated. Excuse me, I can't tell. I got the cracking voice. I got the puberty.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Finches. So, what's down here? See, I don't know. Like, it's not like a typical game. I mean, should I go that way? There's no run button. Huh. It's very simple. Okay. So there's no run button, so basically a walking simulator.
I haven't driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Simulator. Footprints? Footprints? It's got a deep narrative to it. Oh shit. Where you going? Come back, I wanna ride you. I wanna ride you. No. It might be quicker if I rode it. I wanna ride
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
See, I never watched any videos on this. I think I saw a trailer and there was like a variety of different shit that was happening in it. So
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh, we're playing on the Epic Store, so I can't do screen captures. Damn it, screen captures. I'm just Froggies? ¿Dónde Froggies? I'm just jazzed I get to play this game. Milton Finch. Look at all these missing posters.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
So is this I'm not sure, is this a horror game? Is it... I don't know what, but... So I can't take any screenshots. It's fine. Alright? I'll get over it.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Afraid of the house? Why? What'd the house do? Oh, I could use some potting soda.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Look at all those damn books. So we gotta go around. It's like taking a break from playing, you know, horror games. Like Resident Evil 2 was like opposite of this. It wasn't calming at all. It was absolutely anxiety driven. Goddamn Mr. X. This is just like take a time. Oh.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Wow.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
But that smells funky. Flashlight? It looks like somebody was living here still. Like it doesn't look all dusty. How long does she say? Oh, fishing poles. Wifey poo sold my fishing pole.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Wow.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Eddie, Dawn. What about Mitchell? Louis Finch. The Northwest Chef.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Yay.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile
Holy
with too many
shit.
teeth.
Look at all the books. Is
Great
that
Grandpa
Sasquatch?
Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Freaking Sasquatch in the back. That's that Bigfoot.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I wanted the music to still play. The hell is this room? I don't know why my voice is cracking. I'm becoming a man.
Even the fireplace had a story.
Ooh.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What? It sank? Whoa. Where'd the words go? It went up under the skirt. That's so perverted, man. Why'd it do that?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Okay, so why
It was
did
like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
How long ago was this? Because it looks like this was...
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay. So is there a... What the hell is that?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
So what happened? Tell me. Tell me more. What?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? Why not have... They sealed it and they locked it. What the hell? It's like a magic door. There's no shortage of reading materials around
After
here.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
What?
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I don't understand why. Oh! I like how the words just float around and disappear. This is a pretty cool narrative. I like this one. Molly. Can I look at her? 1947.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Oh, shit.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, I guess she was the actor.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years,
Oh,
until
Bigfoot.
America grew out of it.
Oh. Okay. So I want to know, how do I start access? Before I go in there, let me check over here. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? Like the body, you mean?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Wow, look at the... I want to lay on that carpet. Look, it's all pink, fuzzy carpet. Even the toilet seat's got fuzzy. I want to do that to my bathroom. What's this?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay. So, let's follow the, is it over here? Got some nice wine collections and books.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Now we're stuck. Look at all the different... Oh man. Edith is the last. Alright, so we looked at all those peoples. Whoa! This door wasn't open before, unless I walked past it.
I spent a lot of time playing in
What?
Great Uncle Walter's room.
This is so cool looking.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why? This is awesome. I'd love to have a room painted like this.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, I followed the key, bud. 20,000.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
I love how they incorporate the writing into the narrative like this.
But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh wow, I got to a checkpoint.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even
That
tinier
is so
gerbil
cool.
cage.
The whole drawer is for the gerbil. Aww. Molly. It's Molly's room. Okay,
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That's so cool. I like how they did that. Oh man. That's so cool. The art design is very well done. I'd love to do this. Oh, hello, owl. Oh, octopus.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
So you get to play as each family member?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, she ate the gerbil's food? What the hell, man?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, this is such a sweet game. I hope it doesn't end out all depressing.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Aw. The fish wants me to feed it. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Get really dark.
I kept eating and eating.
What the hell was that?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Is that fake? Is she just eating any plastic stuff? What the hell? Don't drink out of the toilet. You ate the rabbit.
Then I heard chirping outside my
Oh,
window.
nice.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Oh, so cool. Where do I go?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh, the meowing. Oh. Where'd it go? Oh.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh, you're playing a cat. It's fucking awesome.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Eating that mama bird.
I gobbled her up,
Oh no.
and suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Get you. Yeah.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something
I'm sorry, Rabbit. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. So cool.
A mama rabbit.
Where? Rabbit, where?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the fuck? Sorry. Oh god. Can I do anything? Damn shark. I'm getting off in the momentum.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was
This is
hungrier
such a
than
great
ever.
experience. I was hungrier than ever. I'm gonna eat an otter.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
This girl's got issues, man. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Oops. Here you go. I don't want to eat other animals. Is it wrong that I feel bad? I mean, I play horror games.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Like snake? Oh, that's cool. Snake? An octopus.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What the hell am I? A snake or an octopus?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh! This isn't working.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Drunken sailor early in the morning.
Belly with a rust.
last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Hell.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This is amazing. I'm glad I got to experience this. Coming out of a toilet? Are you kidding? That's fucking crazy. Oh,
I got closer and closer.
No. Oh, Molly's room. What am I supposed to do?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Oh my God. That's the last thing that she wrote.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Is it the cat?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
That was an awesome experience. That was... If that's
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
If that was a taste of like the rest of the game, like different little stories and each family member, then I only want to play this game until I get it.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Took the whole damn house on a boat?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I get it.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
The mysteries of death and thereafter. So I need it. Okay, so we're on the other side because that door is sealed. What is that? Norwegian folktales? Very cool. Oxygen tank.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
This is the fluffy bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It doesn't have to be
It was a
big.
pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, cool. I'm enamored with this. The narrative. I've never experienced a narrative like this.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin Finch. There's so much history in this. Milton's been here. Oh, I'm in a new room. This is Calvin's room. That's so freaking cool. Why would you seal up all the rooms?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
That's like a little fort. Oh man, it's so cool. Alright.
And that he never talked about him.
To the command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh no.
Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
No, don't jump.
I told him going around is impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh no. This is sad.
That's the day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh my god. That's fucking horrible.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh my god.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What is this? This is... there's so many secret rooms and this is the coolest house ever. There's Milton.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, so we did a shortcut. Awesome.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
We're gonna go inside a comic book?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her
Voice is creepy as fuck.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, shit.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret
Why is your
passages.
basement door locked?
There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding
Oh, wait.
until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, so that's where we gotta go next.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Okay.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house
It's all cell
was
shaded
silent.
now. Why is the Halloween music playing?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
What? This just turned into... This is the fucking coolest game ever.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
What the fuck was he trying to make? Dude, they need to make a game that's all
The
this.
bridge rattled and grew still.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Asshole.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
His crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
This is so enjoyable,
Barbara!
guys. I'm sorry I'm not talking. But
Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
there's that music again. I love the... They keep playing the Halloween music. I'm loving this shit. What's that? A skeleton looking out the window?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh shit, behind you, bitch.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
I wanna go there. Can we go out the window?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
That sucker.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Hope that wasn't a Halloween costume, and she just killed a family member. Because that would be fucking horrible. Where'd Walter go? I hope she didn't just kill a family member. I just thought about it.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Shit.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream.
They had me going, man. That was awesome.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard.
Speechless for that. I thought it was like...
story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
It's like the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. That could have been taken directly out of Tales from the Crypt.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Oh my god. Anything else? Okay, so we're gonna go back in here, go out through that. That was well
I guess
done.
now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Okay, where's the music box? What's this?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Oh, I missed that one. Which one had the music box in it? Shit. Not that room. Not that room.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
So I guess we go back upstairs? Nope. I guess we go downstairs? Right? Oh, wow. Oh, there's the music box. Okay. Just keep winding it. Just keep winding it. Awesome. What's this? Oh, cool, just like in the comic. It's eerily accurate. So we're trying to find out what happened to all the different family members from all the years. Like it just, oh, that's cool.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What the hell is this? Shit.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, it's taking a minute, guys. Like, man. This game is awesome.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Millions of peaches, peaches for free.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Every time we eat peaches.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Is this like a shelter, like a bunker? Who's afraid?
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Hey.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
It's a painting. Why was he held up back here? Was he just afraid of... Is he afraid of dying?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What else didn't she say?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Oh my god, that's where he threw his trash? I bet that's where he put his poop too.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
That is so pretty. blinking light down there? This whole family is
I don't
so
know if I should
tragic.
even be writing this.
Why is there a chair up there?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
It's a big totem? It's a totem?
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Is that a ladder or a boat? Can't go in the water. Okay.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I really want to see what other games this developer made.
I think the
because
people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
so well made. I don't mind a good walking simulator, as they put it, but this is more than just a walking simulator. I don't feel like it does justice for this game. It's an interactive. Oh my god, it's just so fucking well done.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
There's a swing. Oh my god. It's still wrapped around the tree branch. So where the hell do I go? Oh, there's the path.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
She's got a good point.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
Holy shit, look at all the animals.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr. Shotzi. Shotzi. Where's that from? It was like a lady that kept saying Shotzi.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch. Walter Finch. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's tragic and Edith Finch. There's the guy with the... Oh my god. Calvin Finch. Ollie Finch. That's the first one we looked at. So here, we're actually did sort of in order. There's the Walter and Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Even this monument looks tragic. Jesus, look at the terror.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
What is it?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
That's the one that drowned, and it's just sitting there still. Where would it go? Hold on.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam Finch. Great.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh my god, so many of the family members died. It's like a family
She lost
curse.
2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I wonder if he's still in the house somewhere. What is this? Sanjay Kumar? Who the hell is that? That doesn't make sense. Sanjay Kumar.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's rare I have a really strong internet connection tonight. Maybe the internet knew I was going to play this great, amazing
But looking
story.
back on it now,
Tragic story, I mean.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
What? She's pregnant and doing all this?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
You got a beer, and you got a grill, you got a cooler up here.
They were both pretty intense.
Shit. Like nothing's full of dust. What?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
That's cool.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Sure what?
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do nothing.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
I didn't know I was supposed to do that.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn.
Oh no.
Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh! That's so bad. It took a picture right when I was about to die.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
See what else is here. Cool.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Taxidermy. Oh, you got a stuffed cat there. That's horrible. I've been saying that a lot during this game, but it's pretty fucking sad.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh man.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
That's like what
his world was like. Reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw it.
Get away from the handle. No.
Sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds.
Getting nervous about that.
But I'm worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
No.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
Aside from the kid on the swing, I think that was the
Love,
most.
Sam.
They're all, every single one. There's all the toys from the. There's all the toys from the bath. I don't see the froggy. Oh, somebody there?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Make his bride.
This is so pretty. I'm more interested in flying the kite than looking at the wedding.
the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Jesus.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Oh my God.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Let's see. Lewis, Milton, Sanjay, Sven, Edie, and Don. Yeah, let's see it through to the end. Yeah. Duties: Don, sweep, not Greg, be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, wow.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Sanjay.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Where's your lights?
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
This is a little classroom. For all the
But it
kids.
didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Is that blood on the floor or paint? It's paint. Wow, this is cool.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
This is so pretty. He has his own little
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Louis?
Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis.
Alright, he's got weed posters on there. We know what he was doing on his time off.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
That's pretty though. Listen to
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Controlling both things at the same time using a controller. I rejoice the fish.
But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Hope he doesn't cut his hand off or something.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Hey.
Then he made musicians.
Hey, let's get it. I like it.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
I feel like he's gonna cut his hand.
It became a game for him.
It's getting, see, the imagination's
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Pretty soon it's pushing away what he's really doing.
New Louisville.
I see what they're doing.
St. Louis.
As his imagination got more and more.
He started drifting away from our reality.
He's not paying attention to what he's doing in reality.
Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Waiting for fish.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents.
Got that right.
He followed the sound of her silver harp.
It's slowly, it's being affected to where, oh shit. I screwed that up. He's trying to get me to
His
focus
chase
on
led him
that.
to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
That's what I'm doing with fish.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
See, it's drowning out his imagination.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
So cool.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Let me in. What the hell? Is this blood? Fish? Fish blood?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Would have been a cool picture. Is that him?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Not even doing anything anymore.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I really want to play a game that looked like this. I mean, technically I am playing.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on inviting me. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
That's why the crown's on the tombstone.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Absolutely bad. Horrible.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wonderland Turbo. Did I see something over there? Whoa.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Every single family member. They didn't die peacefully. They all
My mom
died
ended up
horribly.
leaving everything behind.
Happy 90th birthday.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So I'm playing Edith.
The power had been
wasn't
shut
quite
off
sure.
that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh, I get to go see what...
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Where the hell am I going? Where's the blinking light?
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Wait till the tide comes back in. That deer's
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Oh, moving the hand.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot.
Like her glow.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
So the saddest
And then I was alone.
thing I've ever experienced, like
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
this is a baby coming out. That's a vajayjay.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
I hope she doesn't die.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh my god.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Giant sparrow. It's the first time I've been speechless and playing a game, and I don't even want to call this a game. It's a 2-hour experience of just absolute tragedy. I'm thankful, grateful I got to play this. Absolutely speechless, guys. Sorry. This really hit me. I've never experienced anything like this. Like, I mean, there's been sad shit happen in games and things like that, but this, I'm just trying to hold back, not crying right now, because to be honest with you, this is it's pretty hard. I just, oh man, the can of peaches. I'll just remain silent until this, the credits are over, because, man. It's a wonderfully crafted, interactive art, storytelling. Four, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 people made this game? So you can replay any story that you want. So it looks like Kay and Sanjay I missed. And Sven? I can't revisit this, man. That's pretty hard. Alright, we're gonna end the stream. That was brutally sad, tragic. Alright guys. Didn't mean to end in a downer, but man. I'll see you guys in the next stream. You guys have a good night. That is all.